Biscuit, you ready for this? You just want some scratches, don't you? Anyways, guys, this is our new dog, Biscuit. The other day he was playing tug of war with Caden's clothes, but today he seems to be pretty chill. What's up, everyone? Welcome back to another video. Boy, do we have an exciting one today. HappyRun sent us their new G300 Pro. Well, we're burning daylight, so let's not waste any time. Let's get this bike unboxed and see what we got. The first thing I noticed, the box seemed quite light compared to the other bikes I've unboxed. As you guys know, we're not rookies to unboxing. We've been unboxing these bikes for years, so let's get this thing opened up. The box did get a little bit wet, so ignore that, but that shouldn't affect what we got inside, and is that carbon fiber. Styrofoam. Yo, why is that so heavy? Wait, is there something inside of a rear shock that isn't assembled on the bike yet? Looking like a dirt bike, I'll tell you that. See what we got back here? There's definitely something in this one. Handlebar mounts, a rotor of some sort. It appears to be possibly a pedal arm. First time I've had to put a rotor on, but maybe that's how they keep everything so compact. People say don't judge a book by its cover. Well, don't judge a bike by its box. Let's judge a bike by its performance. This one is completely stuck. Let's tear a little deeper. Let's get this thing out because this is kind of looking like a pretty sweet dirt bike. I'll set you guys over here because, well, I'm probably about to struggle. Making it easy because the box actually ended up getting wet. So the box is a little soggy right now. I was wondering why there was plastic on the inside of this cardboard box. And then I remembered almost everything we unbox that comes in a cardboard box ends up poking through at some point. Like I'll get it and there will be a pedal hanging out of it or there will be handlebars hanging out of it. If this plastic piece wasn't here, they would have an axle probably poking through the side of the box. So I will give it to HappyRun. Pretty smart on their end. Yo, it's falling again. Let's get this thing moved out of the way. Holy crap. Ow. Okay, that actually hurt my foot. Let's use our brains now. We got ourselves the motorcycle jack. Now let's see if we can lift this thing up onto it. All right, boys, we're on to something. It probably would have helped if we cut our front tire loose, but let me do that real quick. Don't trust me with a knife. And whoa, 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 the whole bike's falling. Yo, someone help. Biscuit, don't just sit there. Help a brother out. Okay, now the wheel is free. The handlebars are free. All right. I've noticed it's quite hard to prop bicycles up onto motorcycle stands because these front sprockets are always in the way. Okay, that was kind of a struggle, but the bike is unboxed. Check this thing out. The tires look very promising. Love the grip on those. The best thing I've noticed so far is it comes with a ratchet strap. No, I'm just kidding. That's just for shipping. This might be a little dangerous. Let me keep it arm's length away from this one. Biscuit, are you ready for no, Biscuit does not care. All right, if I lose a foot, it's on them. All right, I was expecting a lot more power from that. Quite a unique shipping technique. They have the rear shock removed, and it just seems like everything fits so nicely in the box. Shout out to HappyRun. It looks like their packaging is quite advanced. All right, we're making some progress slowly but surely. We got the handlebars on, we got the levers mounted up. Now it's time for the front wheel, and the bike is falling. All right, we got the rotor here. This is actually the first time I've actually had to put a rotor on one of the bikes I've got, but not a big deal. Just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 bolts, and we should be on. Get Caden on that front fender. If that falls off, we'll know who to blame. Oh, is that carbon fiber?
Yeah.
Yo, that looks pretty sweet.
That's $500 right there.
Got her tight?
Not yet.
Buddy, you might need to tighten up a little.
It's for when you hit a bump suspension.
Oh, the front fender's got suspension.
Yeah.
Now that's what we're talking about. Get that tightened up and we'll get that front tire on. All right, time for the front tire. Got that rotor on. Now for the hard part, let's mount this onto the bike. If you hear struggling, just cut the camera because I'm probably gonna start screaming.
But you've been screaming when I said about doing
Yeah,
the
but
video.
you weren't recording, so no one knows. Just keep it.
You're sitting on the axle.
Oh, yeah, that's what was going on my butt. Oh. All right, front tire. And, well, that was actually kind of easy. Now let's see if the axle goes in smooth. All right, axle. Come on, hit that with your purse. You good, sister?
There.
Okay. Halfway there. Let's not celebrate yet. Actually, it seems like it's going kind of smooth. That's rare. That is rare for this. All right, is it almost there? What the heck was that? The camera. Wait, you telling me we didn't record this? Yo! Are we taking that long, brother? All right, hammer, please. All right, I call them a little love taps. All right, boys, front tires on. Let's test those brakes out. All right, we're good to go. Let's move on to the back of the bike. All right, boys. Now we're on to the rear suspension. If you see right now, we have a literal bar right now, and that means we are missing our rear shock. So this one came with a rear shock that we have to assemble. And well, I'm new to that, so it might be a little dangerous. All right, boys, the shock right here. I don't know how, but somehow. You read the directions, didn't you?
No.
All right, this is probably gonna drop the rear of the arm. How am I supposed to get this bolt out with my finger? Lift up on that wheel. Wiggle it or something. There you go, there you go. Okay, watch my fingers. Let's not crush those things. All right, it's out. Okay, drop it a little bit. Yo, how far is it gonna go down? Look at that, dude. We have no suspension on it, but we got ourselves a little bit of a lift kit. All right, you hold on to this one. Figure out which way that goes. All right, out with the pipe. In with the rear shock assembly. All right, like that. All right, I'm gonna lift the bike up. I'm not sure why they put a pipe spacer instead of the rear shock, but it doesn't really matter. Heavy. It wasn't too hard to install. Teamwork right there. All right, guys, I found out why the bike was so light. It's because the battery actually came in a separate box. And this is kind of where all the weight is. Crazy thing about these e-bikes is a lot of the weight is just the battery. Now let's see what we got in here. We got some pedals. We got a bike lock kit. We got ourselves the charger and a 72-volt lithium-ion battery.
Yo.
Yeah, this one's definitely a little on the heavy side. That is where all the power is. All right, it's probably gonna be smart. We charge this up while we finish assembling the bike. We got the battery charging. Caden, how's it coming along over there?
Good.
Are you putting it on correctly? Yo, what are you doing? You know the pedals have to be on the complete opposite of the other side. So if this one's straight down, this one needs to be straight up. And yo, how are we supposed to pedal like that?
There we go. We got the pedals all on. Wait till you see the dash on this thing.
Why, what do we got here? Wait, is that full color display?
Oh, yeah.
Dude, that's gonna be wild. Now for the boring stuff, let's get the screen on, the brakes, let's get everything adjusted. Touches, we gotta put... Yo, dog, what is going on? What, are you excited to see the thing rip or what? Settle down, pup. Looks like we have the different mode settings, plus, minus, and the power button. Crank this down, and we should be good to go. All right, boys, the bike is fully assembled. We do have to tie up some loose ends here, which is all of these cables and wires. Thank God they provided us some zip ties, so let's get that tightened up, and then we'll be ready to rip.
You stay ready to rip?
Wait, you trying to ride it too? That's like the perfect size bike. All right, boys, a couple zip ties, and we got this thing all tidied up. Looks so much better. Let's flip a couple of these loose ends up. Cut a couple of these.
That's the cable.
Wait, you need brakes?
No.
Oh, then I'll cut the brakes. There we go. Let's drop the stand, get that battery in there, and let's do some ripping. Yo, he's already taken over, dude. I didn't even sit on my bike yet, and here you are trying to steal it, I think.
No, so you get this thing out.
Dude, that thing actually looks sick. Yo, that is the most unsatisfying pull I've ever saw in my life. And it's pink. Oh, chill. All right, boys, we got the HappyRun.
Caleb,
What?
we need the battery.
Yeah. Whoops, we forgot something here. All right, let me go get the keys. All right, now it's not going to be anywhere near as light because it was feeling quite light back there.
There.
Okay, and we lock it. All right, boys, girls, children, and dogs. Let me introduce to you the HappyRun G300 Pro. This thing might get a little rowdy. All right, boys, Caden figured this one out. Quick diagnostic. We have a locking mechanism here. It locks the battery in. We actually had it on the off setting. One more click, and we are on the on setting. Hold the power button. Oh, there we go. Thing's alive now.
Bro,
we're going 99 miles per hour, yo. Let me introduce to you the HappyRun G300 Pro electric dirt bike. Starting off, this bike is powered by a 72-volt, 30-amp-hour lithium battery, which propels this bike at a top speed of 50 miles per hour and can reach an impressive range of 70 miles. The G300 Pro's motor has a peak power of 6,500 watts, equipped with everything from full suspension, hydraulic disc brakes, a full color LCD screen, and most importantly, this bike has the best of both worlds with pedals as well. Now let's hop on this bike and see how it actually rides. All right, check it out. Walking over to the HappyRun G300 Pro. One thing I actually just noticed is you can change the color of the light. You can go LED white. You can go that yellow amber, which looks pretty sweet, or you can go strobe, which will give you a seizure, bud. Setting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yo. Oh, okay. A little bit of power there. Maybe let's not try max setting.
Keep max setting.
All right, maybe we'll try 2. Okay.
Even lower the brakes.
No, it's big cloud.
Yo. Yo, you're cruising.
Go.
Oh my. Bro, that was
Yo, this thing is a pedal bike. It actually rips. I don't know, what do you call this? Is this a dirt bike or a pedal bike? 'Cause it's weird having this much power and having pedals.
Chill. Are you too lazy to pedal? Whoa. No. That was the worst endo in human history.
Dude, this thing's actually insane. First thing I noticed is the brakes seem to be backwards. Like on my other electric bikes, this is actually the rear brake, and then this is the front. On this bike, this is the rear brake. And maybe I could try to switch them, but these are gonna be upside down. That's really the only negative thing I noticed so far. Other than that, this bike actually rips. All right, boys, we're gonna try some wheelies. If I wreck, cut the camera immediately.
No, I'm actually keeping the camera on.
We're not gonna show anyone that we're wrecking. Stop laughing. Don't laugh at me.
Bro, you're not supposed to put your feet on the ground when you're wheeling. But you're kind of ripping, actually.
Yo, I'm so dizzy. I have yet to see a bike corner that good. It has like the perfect traction somehow. I'm not even kidding. You can turn that thing, it won't even slide. All right, hop on, Chief. We'll go get your helmet. We'll go get you strapped up. Yo, 2 people on one bike.
Bro.
Oh, wait, bud, what? Wait, you're up.
Oh, yeah.
You want to ride it?
I gotta test everything you ride.
72 volts.
If I crash, lose the video on camera.
Yeah, true that. All right, Kate, I'm going to ask you one more time. Do you actually think this is a good idea?
No.
Me either. But I think you should get on it anyways. How about it?
Sure.
Okay, hop on. Okay, you seem like you're struggling. Kickstand off. Don't give it throttle until you're on it, please. All right, she doesn't weigh too much. She's actually kind of light. Just easy on the throttle, please. Okay.
Okay.
Good.
Holy moly.
Yo, hey, not bad, not bad. He is keeping it up. Give her the beads. Oh, he's kind of cruising on the bike. All right, he might be getting a little bit out of control. Yo, easy there. Bike's a little big for him. I know, it's a beast. All right, come on in. I'll try to hold you up. All right, what do you think so far?
Honestly, I was quite surprised when I got on it.
I don't know, my favorite part so far is probably the suspension and tires. The thing gets solid grip and it just seems to ride very nice over all the bumps. What do you like about it the most?
I think I like I'm gonna have to say, it just like, I don't know. I like it all.
Do you like the fact it has pedals or would you rather pegs on there?
I'm not sure.
I don't know, I was kind of a little weary about that in the beginning, but I'm kind of liking the pedals. I don't know, I like the fact that it is a pedal bike and a dirt bike combined. So, I don't know, it seems to rip pretty good though.
Go!
Ow! Ow!
For that horn! Go!
This thing's crazy. I'm dragging the kickstand because over there we're seem to be getting a little bit low. All right, boys, a little POV. Let's see what this thing's all about. We have it in setting 5, and so far, this thing seems to handle quite well. Plenty of power, and if you need a little bit more, just give her a couple pedals. Love the handling so far. The suspension is so smooth, and now we're clocking some speed. Oh, yo, wow. Okay, not bad, not bad. Can we climb this hill with just power only? Yes, sir. Let's head over here to the lane. Let's see what this thing can do about speed-wise. All right, let's see what we got. All right, we're in the 20s. That was quick. Okay, we're in the 30s. Okay, 35. All right, 35 is plenty fast for Shell, I'll tell you that straight up. Oh, the goats do not like the horn. All right, let's try to make it back here. See how this thing does like off-road in the trails. Okay. All right, here's the real test. Can we make it up this embankment? Yo! Oh, I'm pulling. And I really didn't think we were gonna make it up here. You probably can't see it on camera, but that is like vertical. So far, so good. Man, this thing looks about as good as it performs. And this thing is not a disappointment, I'll tell you that. And to be honest, I think this might be one of the best looking e-bikes in my collection so far. Straight out the box, it looks like it comes with graphics. The black and blue color scheme looks sweet. Even the battery has decals on it. I was a little skeptical at first because it does have a hub motor, but so far so good. And it seems to be doing the trick quite well. I do like how they really considered the weight of the machine. This stuff looks like it's real thick, but underneath it's nice and thin. The amount of power you can get out of these e-bikes while still keeping it light is probably the best part about electric bikes nowadays. So far, we did a couple hours of testing on the HappyRun G300 Pro, and so far it's passed every one of my tests. From amazing suspension, have yet to bottom that out. Soaks up the bumps quite well on the pit bike track. The power is decent, has 72 volts. And if you need just a little bit more power, you have the pedals, which actually adds a pretty sweet feature. Plenty of different light options. We got the LED, we got the amber and LED. We have we got the strobe, and then I believe we just have the amber. Plenty of different options, which is very cool for a headlight, and it actually seems very bright. Can't wait to test this thing out at night. We have the left turn signal, we have the right turn signal, and then we have 4 ways and the tail light. Beautiful LED color display. That thing ties everything together, because if you have a good display, it feels like you just have an overall good bike. It's pretty much an electric dirt bike, then with the added feature of pedals, which is a very sweet touch, especially considering the legality, because I believe as long as you have pedals, it's considered a pedal bike. I don't know, I read that somewhere, but that is definitely not legal advice. Definitely check on what state you're in. But overall, this thing handles like a dirt bike, rides like a dirt bike, but pedals like a pedal bike. And we've been riding it all around here. We have plenty of battery left. So I definitely want to give a huge shout out to HappyRun for making such a solid bike and letting us try out their G300 Pro. If you guys are in the market for an electric dirt bike or an electric pedal bike, definitely check out HappyRunSports.com. And the model G300 Pro is not a bad choice to look into. Anyways, that is a wrap to today's video. As always, we give a huge shout out to the people that liked and commented on last week's video. This week's shout out goes to you guys. Thanks for liking and commenting on last week's video. In the meantime, I'm gonna do a little bit more ripping, and I'm gonna maybe compare this bike to some of my other electric dirt bikes. But for now, that's all I got. We'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.